I just get the motivation to do a project, and I just do it.
Ooh, cats and dust.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I am gonna do just some chill stuff. A little behind on my videos, on my schedule, and that's fine because the cabinet stuff took longer than expected. I was supposed to be working on the bathroom cabinet and finishing that project up, but I can't do cabinetry for a week, so we'll come back to that. For now though, we're just gonna do kind of a cozy video. I'm gonna go do some compost. I have the normal compost food scraps and then also a few items that like veggies that I just kind of let go bad. So I'm gonna go throw those in there. So come along with me for that, and then we might do a little bit of cooking, I think. We'll see, but we're just gonna kind of go out and see how that compost pile is doing. Also, look at the leeks. Oh, they look so good. So good. And if you come over here to the onions, you can see right there, there's one little sprout finally coming up. These onions are just going super slow, which makes sense. It's been cold, and typically, even at the warmest, I keep my home at like 68 degrees, so it's not ideal for onion germination, and these seeds are a little bit older, but they're doing it. They've done it before, they'll do it again. But yeah, the leeks are really gone, so that's very exciting. It's also time for me to go ahead and start parsley. I do have some parsley that is from last year. It's being kind of a pain in the butt because it's got some bugs, so I just keep having to squish those off. And hopefully I'll get that figured out. Once those can go outside, then the predatory bugs will be able to eat those, but for now I have to be the predatory bug. So, but yeah, I need to start some parsley seeds. Is the door locking? I need to start some parsley seeds, and then also I think pansies are supposed to start now. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure that's the point we're at. All right, here's the compost to go out. We got a little bit of mold growing over here. That's nummy. And then got some lettuce, peas, sweet peas, and some old greens. Oh, and celery. You know, sometimes you just lead with the best intentions. At least I don't have to feel too bad though, because it all goes into the compost, which then helps feed the growth of veggies this year. It's kind of the nice thing about the compost. I feel less guilty about when I waste veggies.
So sometimes I just get the motivation to do a project and I just do it. And I didn't know that I was going to do it, but it happened and I didn't film any of it. So sorry, but I will show you what I did at least so you can see the finished product. So if you've seen any of my older videos, you know that I had started putting in this path, and this Irish moss is actually filled in a ton. It was much less of this that I actually bought. These 4 stones, those were already here, or pavers, those were already here. However, they'd kind of sunk, so I went back and I re-leveled those out. And then I also added this additional one here to extend the walkway, as well as bricks to create an edge for garden space. This garden space needs to move back so that the gate can fully open, but ultimately I think it creates a nice little entryway into the backyard. It's also wide enough that I can get like a wheelbarrow through here if I need to without having to turn too sharp. And I just think it looks good. I mean, it's really grubby right now because we had a ton of snow, and then today is really warm, so everything is so muddy and boggy. Oh, bird. A bird. There's a dog just losing their mind right now. But anyway, I'm very excited about this. This is kind of the start of finishing this up. I'll continue to curve this walkway out. If you've, again, seen my older videos, you'll know that I discovered that there is, in fact, a path with broken pieces of cement already here. It's buried under in like a couple inches of dirt and grass, so I don't know how long it's been there, and I don't know how far it goes because I haven't finished unearthing it. But yeah, in the process of putting these in, discovered those and was like, oh, okay. So for now, I'm just continuing to use these. I think eventually I would like to have them all uniform, but you know what? That means I don't have to buy these pavers and replace this right now, and part of the work's already done. I think it looks really, really nice, and then I can start putting some flowers here in the spring. Anyway, so, oops, forgot to show you. There will be other projects, but at least you got to see the finished product of it.
I am super excited. So if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that I've been working on redoing my bathroom cabinet. My whole bathroom just needs a full remodel. It needs some work. But the bathroom cabinet was something that I could easily do. I gave it a sand and I painted it and it looks so much better, and I have new knobs to put on, and I did finish stuff up. But one thing that I wasn't planning on necessarily doing immediately was changing out the faucet. Now I wanted to change it out. I hate my current faucet. It is old, it's outdated, and it's just gross. It hasn't been maintained properly. It's slightly broken. However, in the last 2 weeks, that drip, it has become real strong, and I don't mean its outfit. So that's off. And this is just how bad it's been in the last few days. So the original thought was to just at least replace the washer, but the screw inside the cap is rusted and just kind of nasty, which is why it's taped, because I don't want to look at that. But yeah, ultimately got that off, prepared to go in and figure out what the washer was, and realized, oof, that's just too rough. It's got to go. I'm not mad about that because, again, I don't like this. So what I did is I found a relatively inexpensive option that matches my bathroom shower kit fairly well. Now, this is my bathroom shower kit. I replaced this. The tub is old and it's kind of stained and worn down, so that's something I'll have to address at some point. But I at least replaced this from the just super basic old janky one that it was. The tough part with black faucets and stuff is the black paint does chip. You can see that on the cord, or the, whatever that is, over there. I knew that going in, and this was the best price one I could find, because these fancy ones are really pretty expensive. The least expensive I generally was finding, these that had this attachment here, was $1,000 at the least expensive.
This one I managed to get, I think it was like 50% off. It was somewhere around $500. So far, far better deal. But yeah, so I didn't get a black faucet because I don't want something that's going to be used multiple times a day to be the black paint that chips. So I found a silver one, but let me show you what I've got here. This is a Kingston faucet. The reviews said that it wasn't like amazing made. Some of the stuff just doesn't fit super snug. I know it's not high quality. I got this for $70, which is pretty good for a faucet. Look at that. So much better than what I currently have. And honestly, this feels pretty good. People were talking about stuff felt loose or was like crooked, which I always loved when people leave low reviews when they're like, it's not made the way that it should be. Like, this part's crooked. Send it back. Send it back. If it doesn't match what you're supposed to be buying, there's something wrong with it. Send it back and get a new one. Anyway, yeah, so I'm super excited. I need to do some measurements. I also probably am going to have to replace the water shutoffs for the sink because they're also very old and not in great condition. But I am so excited. I'm so excited, you guys. This is going to make a huge difference. Again, bathroom, worst room in my house. There's a whole video on that. But this will make a big difference because the shower kit made a huge difference. This is going to level it up as well. I'm so excited. I will be hopefully getting this installed, and it's hopefully nothing goes funky or wonky. I can just get it done.
Soft, turn the key and cooler on. Push the pause for relief. Free pass, you don't even have to ask to be the cat in the sun.
Alright, so today I'm going to take care of a few little things. First off, I'm going to do some filming for an upcoming video, which is about redoing my bathroom cabinet. As I mentioned, I have to replace this faucet, which was not a part of the original plan. But I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll just include that in the bathroom cabinet redo. So I think overall that'll look a lot better. But I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to do a couple of other things today, just kind of little things that need to get done. I might go back outside and dig because this week the weather is just gorgeous, and I can't get outside enough. It's helping with my mental state, my mood so much. And we had a really big snow before this nice weather, so the ground is really soft, so it's made it really, it's kind of muddy, but it's made it really easy to do the various digging projects that I need to do. One of which I want to put in a patio. Hi, Aurora. One of which I want to put in a patio this year because I'd like to have just a nicer area to relax out there. The other thing too, the yard has been taking a lot of work. There's been a lot of water mitigation because the first year my basement flooded. So a lot of dealing with that. There's been a lot of building up the garden beds and the boxes so that I can grow food. So now a lot of that stuff is established. The water is pretty mitigated. It still probably could use a little more work, but I can start working on the pretty stuff. And I started just a little bit last year. I started putting in some flowers. Well, first year, just throughout, I've started to do a little bit. But I want to do more. Do you have hair in your mouth or something? What are you doing? But I definitely want to do more and make a difference. Stop chewing on my hair, weirdo. She hears me talking
it's to myself, you know, I'm talking to you, but like in the moment I'm talking to myself, and I think she just tends to be like, what are you doing? Who are you talking to? You went down? Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to do some of the stuff around here. I definitely need to get this faucet because that drip is really bad, but I want to go outside and do some work out there. Also, I ordered a saw to work on the desk because I'm custom building a desk in the Nook space. There's other videos. If you haven't watched those, go watch them, okay? It's a whole series. It's been a lot of work. But I had to order a saw, and I have not had a saw up to this point, an electric saw. I have hand saws. And so all of my garden boxes and everything that I've built thus far has been hand sawed. So I'm super excited. I got this Milwaukee, it's a compact saw. So it's nothing crazy. I'm sure at some point there will still be projects that I can't necessarily accomplish with a compact saw. There's that bad boy. That's exciting. So it's got the little grip here. So it's a little track saw. It's very lightweight. Like it's still pretty heavy for just regular holding of things, but it's pretty lightweight for a saw. So I'm really excited about that. And it's just gonna make life so much easier, especially cutting that desk. I have to go back to the dark, dark corner to shut off the water. Ooh, while we're down here, I've been meaning to swap out the filter. So let's see if that's gross. I know, it's super fancy, super official. So these, I think, are supposed to be changed every, like, ooh, cats and dust. These are supposed to be changed every, like, couple months or so. The really nice thing is it tells you exactly which way to put it, so airflow coming through that way. So that means it goes up straighter. Boop. If that is the wrong direction, please just kindly correct me. Alright, I'm gonna take these knobs off because they stick out quite a bit. Ah, poop. Alright. I'll tell you what, the people that do the full-on renovations and like restoration of a house, that's a lot of work. It is. I get very annoyed by little inconveniences. So I have to go back to the hardware store because it's the wrong valve. I think also I potentially need to replace either the copper pipe that goes to downstairs or the connector that connects it to the PEX pipes in the basement because it's not staying put and it's kind of leaking. So we'll see. I'm hoping that they have their plumber person there who can answer my questions. And then what was the other part that I have to... Oh, the pipe, the PEX pipe that connects from that to the sink, that white one that I unplugged. I wasn't necessarily going to replace that yet. Two parts. First off, it's pretty small. I don't know that it's technically the right size. It could be, I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's not, because that's just kind of the theme of this house. But it's also, if you look inside, it's a little gross inside. And that, I mean, that's clean water line, so like it shouldn't really be that gross. So I think it's just, it's just time. I think it's just time to have a fresh pipe to the water line to the sink there. So let's go to the store. I always mean to film in there and then I get very distracted. So let's go home. One down, one to go. Can't do this while I'm filming, so.
Okay, it is the next day. That took me, I think I finally finished it around 7 p.m. I did a lot of it, but I did end up having to call for some backup. Couple of reasons. First off, I realized I wasn't actually going to be able to get it done in one day if I did not, because it just ended up being very challenging and kind of a lot to do with one set of hands. And then second, so my mom was helping me kind of finish things upstairs and get things going. And then second, changing the pipes downstairs. Oh no. Okay, just realized some paint dripped. And then second, finishing the pipes downstairs and replacing that T part where the two PEX connect to the copper pipe. Was mostly fine, but it just was really hard to get the PEX in far enough. So my dad used his big arm strength and managed to get it in there so it stopped dripping, because initially when I turned it on it was dripping. So did have to get a little bit of help just so that I could get it done. It was just a lot. I'm so sore today. So sore. But good workout. Again, used muscles I typically don't use on a regular daily basis, so it's good for me. I think for now I'm going to just kind of finish up little projects around the house, mostly cleaning, cleaning up after the projects. That's my new project. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to sit outside and enjoy the lovely weather for a little bit. There's lettuce coming up, just starting to come up. That's very exciting, and all that good stuff. So I hope you all have a fabulous week, and please like and subscribe. It helps, in the algorithm, the whole thing. But otherwise, I will see you all next time.